know what? Cause we riding tonight. Now you riding with me cause you wasn't riding.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah.
WFDF Farmington Hills, Detroit, 910 AM Superstation, a division of Adele Media. If you don't want to listen to the same songs all night long, stay tuned for the Late Night Music Marathon.
Try a new thing, and let's spark a new flame.
From 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. on 910 AM Superstation, the most powerful voices in the urban community.
Experience America's Night of Hope with Joel and Victoria Osteen. Saturday, July 23rd at Comerica Park in Detroit, Michigan.
Not one of us are going to go home the same way we came in.
We're so excited about coming to the great city of Detroit for America's Night of Hope at Comerica Park. It'll be a great night of inspiration and encouragement. I hope you'll come.
Bring your friends and family. It will be a night that you'll never forget.
Get your tickets now at tigers.com/Joel.
910 AM Superstation isn't just any station. We're your station. So tell us what you just saw, what you feel, and what you want to know. Post your comments, questions, and pictures on our Facebook page, and we'll make it a topic of conversation. Take it to Facebook, and 910 AM Superstation will bring it to the streets.
Hey, and good afternoon. You're listening to 910 AM Superstation. It's Detroit's largest voice in the urban community. We are Girl Bye. It's 5 o'clock, and this is what we do. If you want to give us a phone call, we'd love to hear from you at 313-209-9000, 313-209-9000. We would love to hear from you and join us in this conversation today. We've got kind of a hot one. Also, if you want to watch us or if you want to join us on a streaming platform, you can stream at www.910amsuperstation.com. That's www.910amsuperstation.com. You can see us live in the studio. We're all here. So here's the crew. We have Andre over there in the back.
Andre
Ash. And with no mic on. And then we have Dior.
Chocolate chip.
Oh, God help us today. Today, Lord, we need your help.
Yes, we do.
And we've got Dior.
There's power in the name.
We've got TT.
Hi, this is your girl TT from the D.
And you know, it's Girl Bye, but it's Girl Bye and the guy.
And how are you? It's Phil Folks.
And then we have our junior barrister in the house.
Barrister. Lord, it changes every week. What's up, y'all? It's Day-Day.
That's your
I like that
urban
one better,
attorney.
though. I like that. Yeah.
What?
Like junior barrister?
Junior barrister.
Junior barrister.
That's cool.
work?
That's because he's
Junior barrister.
Only
So
for
we
another
have-
month.
Only for another month.
Right.
So there's a lot going on. Oh, you know, we just want to thank everybody that came out and hung out with us over the weekend. You know, we did Peacenik down in Detroit, which was a huge success. Lots of people involved in that, and Mary Sheffield, you know, she was a big part of that. Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence. Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence.
Very nice lady.
She is compassionate about what she does. You know, a lot of people want to talk trash. They think they can do a job that they're probably never going to be qualified for.
Right.
But she's done the job. You know, she's walked the walk. She's talked the talk. She's done that. And she's done a very good job of it.
Absolutely.
She was the mayor of Southfield for many, many years. And she was on board with us yesterday, so we do thank her so much. And then today we were at the tattoo convention or festival, or what do they call it?
Yeah, it was down in the Eastern Market. Actually, my husband, Swifty McVeigh, was hosting down there. So he said it was a great event.
Right, so we were there. And so there were tattoo artists from all over the country that were there. And so I'm sure there was some rare artwork that was being displayed down there.
We went and represented for 910 last night, and they had a wonderful party on the sky deck at the Opera House, Detroit.
Oh, yeah, that's where we did Bravo, Bravo,
Yeah.
and we also did our fireworks party.
Yes, it was really, really nice. It was a great turnout last night. The food was excellent. They had some great adult beverages and kiddie
libations.
Beverages. Yeah, some libations. The libations were nice. And then we got a fireworks show. I don't know who incorporated that, but it was really, really nice.
Another one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I videotaped it on live stream because I just went live.
We love our Opera House fam, as we call them. We've done a lot with them, with Bravo, Bravo, and with the fireworks. And we just have such a wonderful partnership with everybody at the Opera House. We're looking forward to Bravo, Bravo again. That's like
I'm
the
going
biggest
this
party
time.
in the
I didn't
day.
go this last time, but I've heard wonderful things about it.
Yeah, in New York they have the party at the Met, and in Detroit we have Bravo, Bravo.
Oh, well, I wonder if the two can compare.
Oh, next year we're going to make sure it does.
I just learned something. I always wondered what the Met was about.
Yeah.
And now I just figured it out.
Yeah,
you just taught me on Sunday.
It's and our Bravo, Bravo is similar to that.
Okay.
So, and then just to let everybody know, upcoming events that we have in the community that we're going to be at, African World Festival, that's about 3 or 4 days of that. And then Labor Day, we're going to be in the Labor Day parade down in Jefferson. We're broadcasting live. We will be headquartered at UAW.
Hey!
Oh, yeah. We will be headquartered at UAW. And then in August, we'll be at Oakland Mall for Susie's Cause, colon cancer. That's a huge initiative. Okay. Great people that we're going to be working with.
Okay.
And then Dick Gregory is coming.
No, I'm excited about that.
September 11th, 9/11. 15 years later. Yeah. And we will be there all day broadcasting and hosting the red carpet, and Girl Bye has been invited. Woo-hoo! So we will be Girl Bye and the guy.
Girl Bye and the guy.
Yes.
The guy. Can't forget our guy.
The guys will be there. And last but not least, coming up in 2017, we will be posted up in full regalia at the auto show.
I was about to say, finally.
I know, finally.
Well, it's not really finally.
We won the battle.
It's been for a while that
at last
won, but
at last.
So Thank God Almighty. We're going there at last.
Red carpet gown.
Yeah, we're going to be doing it real big.
You know how they used to say that. Oh, we're doing it real big.
We're doing it real big.
We're doing it real
so
big.
We're going to be at the auto show. But let's get into kind of what's going on. It is just every day it's a tragedy, you guys.
Yeah.
Phil, please.
The world has gone insane, and with the tragic events in Bastille Day in France, I think that once again, the people that were listening last week, I cautioned everyone in the country, please, 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 don't get caught up in the emotions at this point in time. It's going to be a hot August. It's going to be a drought-filled August across the country. Please do not react. Let us take the time to be calm. Let's come together. Let's not let other people cause us to be divisive. Let's come together in love and in friendship.
That sounds so nice.
I think, like in the light of what happened even today, this morning, the 3 officers that were gunned down. I don't know the whole logistics of everything, but I'm like, this is not the way, y'all. This is not the way.
No, we can't target officers in this country. The police officers go out every single day, the men and women. They're there to protect and serve. We need to, again, we need to use our brains. We need to use our hearts. We don't need to give in to anger and to despair. We need to come together and show what this country really is. This country is a tremendous place for people of different ethnicities and backgrounds and religions to come together and to create a new America that is a country for all of us.
I'm just tired. Something happens every day. It's exhausting.
It is.
It's superbly exhausting. Like the Philando Castile and the Alton Sterling. I had to turn the news off after a while because I was like, what? 48 hours later? I can't take it. That's too much. And, then we had Orlando before, and then we had the Paris attack. And I'm like, okay, I can't go overseas because, ISIS is over there, or crazy people just in general. Yeah. And now we have crazy people who think that, okay, so I'm going to just shoot the cops. I understand it all, but, well, not all. I don't understand ISIS. I just can't. But these people who think, well, I'm so tired of police brutality, whether it's Hispanic or black or white, whatever, I'm tired of it. that's just not the way. But I am exhausted. Like every day, it's kind of like a shock doctrine type of thing. I'm kind of concerned that it happens so often that eventually we're gonna just become numb to it. Because in the last 10 days, we've had 2 guys get killed by the police that we know of. We had France. We had Bastille Day the other day. We had the police in Dallas last week. Today we have Baton Rouge, and it's just like after a while you're just gonna be like, okay.
And a few weeks ago or a week or two ago, we had the incident in Florida.
Right.
Well, let's not forget, in our own backyard, we had the River Rouge chief house get shot up.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
And so, I don't know.
It's crazy.
Like Davon was saying, to me, that's the scariest part of it all, is that we become numb to all of these different aspects of situations that are happening across the country and around the world. That is almost like the black on black crime. I mean, it's like you've almost become numb to it because it's an everyday cycle. And last week, President Obama was saying that, we're not as divided as it may seem. But when you look at all of these different instances of police-involved shootings and race relations in this country, it doesn't seem to be that we're progressing as a country at all. Quite frankly, it's the contrary, that we are a divided nation. And once again, we have in the news police officers being shot, and it's clear it's just not the answer. Violence is not the answer. And quite frankly, I don't know what is the solution.
But you know what, Andre, and I'm hearing what you're saying, but I guess my greater concern is it's not just here. The planet. The planet has literally gone haywire. And one of the things that Phil was saying, getting back to us, as a country, is that, you know what? All black folks are not innocent. I'm sorry. All black folks are not innocent. All white police officers are not bad. All black police officers are not dirty. All white folks are not innocent. All white folks are not bad. I mean, there are so many other pictures and images that are out there that show officers in the line of duty, white officers with 2 black children in his arm with his bulletproof vest on, running down the street, trying to get those kids to safety. We can't let a whole race of good people
absolutely
be judged by the bad apples that are everywhere in all races, in all sectors. And another thing, my heart goes out to anyone who is trying to protect and serve and do the job appropriately and do it the right way for $15 an hour. And that's what you put your life on the line for.
As I had said, I was talking to Phil about this. Criminal justice is my desire. That's my background. And I talked candidly with Swift about potentially going on and pursuing that.
Good.
And, and he's like, no. A couple years ago when I was like, I did everything I needed to do for the DPD. I was ready. Like, okay, I'm about to get out here and do this. But my thing is I wanted to specialize in homicide. That's my thing. And when I think about the men and women that put their lives on the line every day, like yesterday we were downtown, it was a sense of feeling secure and safe when I saw the police officers out there. But then you saw on their faces I don't know how you may be feeling. And then, it's just, I'm second guessing. Like, maybe I'll do something. Like, I don't want to push papers, but, what do you do?
Well, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go to a break. We're starting to get callers. Please, please, please be patient, everyone. We're going to get to you right away. We've got a hot show today. We're going to talk about the requirements for being a president. We've got the massage parlor diet.
You don't want to miss that, people.
You don't want to miss that. That's really, really crazy. We try to keep it light, but we are remiss if we don't address the problems of our community and of the world. So you're listening to 910 AM Superstation. It is Detroit's largest voice in the urban community, and we will be right back.
Home, life, and auto. claims that are unfortunately routinely denied by insurance companies. Since 1996, I have successfully represented thousands of victims whose insurance claims were denied. If I can be of service to you, call me, Attorney Carl Collins III.
WADL Detroit has entertainment for everyone.
And where'd you get these cute little outfits? Look like Dumb and Dumber.
More like Rick James and Little Richard after a fight. And nobody won. That's a good one, Corey. That's a good one.
That's all right. Just kick a man while he's down. Just kick him.
I don't care if you're up or down. I just want to kick you.
Visit WADLDetroit.com for complete show listings. Stay tuned tonight for the Late Night Music Marathon from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. Baby, won't you come my way? Got something I want to say.
On the new 910 a.m. Superstation, the most powerful voices in the urban community. 910 a.m. is everywhere you need us to be, literally.
This is Judge Vonda Evans.
And Carrie Leon Jackson.
Wake up, Detroit. I'm Joanne Watson.
Hey, this is Bishop Greg Davis.
This is Cliff Russell of The Cliff Russell Show. You're listening to State Senator Burt Johnson on 910 a.m. The Superstation.
If you're in Lansing, you can hear us. Downtown Detroit. Yep, we're there too. Grand Rapids or Traverse City. Won't be a problem. Flint, Saginaw, and Grand Blanc? Of course we're there. Mackinac? Let me check. Yup, we're there. We're bringing you 50,000 watts of attitudes and opinions.
I think far too many times as a people, we judge folks by how much money they have, like they are some great person when in fact that may or may not be true.
Are you serious? First of all, they've got 45 to 50 kids in their room already. What do they have to do, work for free?
910 a.m. Superstation, the best, the brightest, and the bravest voices in the urban community. Don't believe me? Just listen.
Take a laughcation with American Dad. Fly the friendly airways.
Right here, honey.
See the sights.
What's up?
Relax and unwind.
Just gotta find my quiet place. I got ya. I'll come back to that one.
It's an all-inclusive comedy getaway.
Get a picture of these. Meow.
Take a laughcation with American Dad. Viewer discretion advised.
Weeknights at 12 midnight on WADL Detroit. We have it all, from motivation to outrage, from advice to empowerment. We're the hottest station in town. Whatever you need, it's right here on 910 a.m. Superstation, the most powerful voices in the urban community.
And we're back. It's 910 a.m. Superstation. It's Radio Our Way. It's Detroit's most powerful voices in the urban community. You can hear them all right here on 910 a.m. Superstation. We're asking you to give us a call if you want to join into the dialogue. It's 313-209-9000, 313-209-9000. And we have LaShonda on the line. Hello, LaShonda. How are you today?
And hello to you as well. I have basically a comment. Have any of you read any of the books from Ida B. Wells, in particular, 100 Years of Lynching?
Oh, no.
Wow.
No, I haven't read that one.
No.
And Phil has a look on his face. Have you read anything?
I have not.
Okay.
It obviously needs to go on my reading list this summer.
Okay, so you brought that up because there's something you want us to get out of that. So please tell us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, actually, it just has to do with the history of lynching, and just the history, because I don't want to, date it back to, the 1830s and all of that. But however, when we kind of, or for myself personally, when I look back at the treachery of that whole entire system, I've looked at the pictures of the crowds that go by, the 100 to 1,000, just to watch one man being lynched, possibly two. There's a whole dichotomy of this whole history. And what I'm saying, when I heard about Donald Trump coalescing with the KKK, it really raised such a radar with me. And I guess in conclusion, I'm kind of, I hope you guys read about Ida B. Wells. Does anybody in your audience, on the panel, does anybody know who Ida B. Wells is, number one? Is anyone familiar with her?
I've heard of her, but I'm not. This particular text that you're talking about, and Devon and I both looked at each other when you said Ida B. Wells and nodded our heads. But this particular text we're not familiar with. But we're going to be familiar with it for the next time you call.
Like I say, I really appreciate your show, and I guess to the listening audience as well, we're transitioning from being blocked from that part of our history as we coalesce to what's happening today. And when you bind the two together, a greater understanding will unfold. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Oh wow!
Well, thank you.
Thank you for the phone call. Wow! And we're going to put that on our must-read list.
Absolutely.
We can have an open dialogue about it after.
The history of lynching, and we will remind people
100 years.
when we come out. But you know what? That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it fell right into the topic.
It did.
Because I wanted to say that I was looking because, Donald Trump is such a loose cannon. And I hear that there's going to be some fireworks in Cleveland. His own people really don't want him. His own people are afraid of him because of what No, they are. You're laughing. Why?
Because it's just funny. I find him funny.
Is it not
crazy?
Is it not the truth?
It is true.
It is the truth.
But they don't put him there, though.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, are those really his people?
Well,
or,
how are you afraid now? Like you were there rallying for him to become
somebody voted for him.
Right.
A lot of people voted.
Many people voted for him. Yeah.
But I understand from some of my Republican associates that there is money on the books to try to oust him out of that position, which is going to be he's in first position to be the.
He's going to be the Republican
only one
candidate.
In position.
Yeah.
I mean, do we even remember who else was in the race?
I believe
10 months ago.
Those other 14 people.
Right.
Like he mowed them down like a lawn.
Right. Yeah. So with rhetoric. So these are some of his most outrageous quotes. This is going to be our next president.
Is that like 5 pages?
Well, I have one while you look for yours.
Okay, go ahead.
His newest one that I like, that I actually use is Crooked Hillary. I don't think she's crooked. I just think it's funny. But, Crooked Hillary. Yeah.
I
think that's
we
funny.
could talk about that. I think she should be in a holding cell pending trial.
Oh, look at the shade.
Oh, God.
I didn't say that, but I just laugh every time he's on TV like Crooked Hillary.
Flowers are going to grow.
No, because it's too much shade.
Okay, so here it is. He says, if these are things he said that have nothing to do with anything other than his own little opinion.
Okay.
He says, Andriana Huffington is unattractive, both inside and out. I fully understand why her former husband left her for a man. He made a good decision.
Oh, wow.
This is your president, maybe.
And that's not my president.
Okay.
No.
It really doesn't matter what the media write as long as you've got a young and beautiful piece of ASS. I'm not going to say that. I will build a great wall, and nobody builds walls better than me, believe me, and I'll build them very inexpensively. I will build a great, great wall on our southern border, and I will make Mexico pay for the wall. Mark my words.
Let's just add the disclaimer for people who don't pay attention that these are all quotes that he said since he's been on the campaign trail.
On the campaign trail, okay? He says, our great African-American president hasn't exactly had a positive impact on the thugs who are so happily and openly destroying Baltimore. Yeah. If I were running The View, I'd fire Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, I'd look at her right in her fat, ugly face of hers and say, Rosie, you're fired.
So you can't help but laugh at this character.
All of the women on The Apprentice flirted with me. No, they didn't. They were trying to figure out what kind of product we could put in your hair. That's not what happened. One of the key problems today is that politics is such a disgrace, and he would know this. Good people don't go into government.
Amen.
The beauty of me.
Contradict himself?
Yeah, the beauty of me is that I'm very rich. I don't know.
Okay.
What mirror is he looking at?
Well, he is very rich.
It
just may not make him beautiful.
No.
My fingers are long and beautiful, as it has been well documented, are various other parts of my body. I mean, he is inappropriate.
Sir, sit down.
Since he has been on, The point is, you can never be too greedy.
What?
Sorry, there's no star on stage tonight. And that was in his Twitter live blogging at the Democratic debate. Sorry, there's no star. I mean, this is who very well might
imagine
be the
how
president.
reckless he will be in the State of the Union. And since we keep shooting each other up, imagine how reckless he will be every time he has to talk to us from, well, you don't talk from the Situation Room, but imagine every time he has to talk to us from the press briefing room.
But you know what? Here's the thing. And I asked Phil quickly, what are the requirements to be the president of the United States, Phil?
There's two. You need to be at least 36 years old and a natural-born citizen of these United States.
You don't have to have a high school education, a GED, a certificate from a trade school, none of that.
What?
You don't have to have it.
So they would never let someone who didn't have at least a college degree be president.
So, but we've had some that haven't. So this is what I'm going to run down to you real quick. Oh, I'm getting ready to tell you.
Oh, my.
So I said, well, what are the IQs of people that have been president or trying to be president?
Okay,
So
okay.
I'm going to go from the lowest to the top.
Oh, okay.
Bush, 124.
Which Bush is that?
That's George W.
Of course it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Bush, 124. Reagan, 130. Nixon, 131. George Washington, 132.5.
How you get a point?
Eisenhower, 139. I did not print the document. I am only reading the information. Lincoln, 140.
Okay.
Obama, 145.
Okay.
Carter, 153. The top two, Clinton, 156.
Shut the front door.
That would be Bill. And Kennedy, 158.
I loved Kennedy.
Now, the people that are running for president or had at one point in time, Cruz at 135.
Okay.
Hillary at 140. Do you know what Donald Trump's IQ is?
I don't think I want to know.
120.
Shut up.
If you don't think we're in trouble, I don't know what to tell you.
He was under Bush.
Yeah, that's
and you know
hard
Bush
to do. Yeah. You could say he didn't test well. We've got a bunch of calls. So let's see, who do we have on the line? Okay, hi, Francis.
Hi.
How are you?
I heard fine, and you?
We're doing great.
I heard the lady talk about the book 100 Years of Lynching. I'm holding it right here in my hand.
Oh, wow.
It is a must-read. The one I have, it isn't by Ida B. Wells. It's a Ralph Ginsberg.
Ralph
So I was wondering, Ginsberg, Ginzburg.
Okay.
And I've had it quite a while, but it is a must-read. You'd be surprised, well, not surprised, at the way white people did our people. And things that we thought we knew about, it's in this book. You can't even imagine what they did. So I'm sorry, but these racist skinhead cops don't have my sympathy. You read that book, and you will feel the same way.
Okay, well, thank you so much for the phone call. Now we've got Ralph Ginsberg. We're going to be pretty well
in my notes right now
when we come out of this. Between Ida B. Wells and Ralph Ginsberg, we're going to be pretty well informed. But right now, we're going to be well into a commercial break. So we've got a couple of more callers on the line. Please, guys, hold on. Don't hang up. We're going to get to you as soon as we come back with a wonderful sharing of information. And we are enjoying it. This is 910 AM Superstation. It is Radio Our Way. And we are Detroit's most powerful voice in the urban community. We'll be right back.
We don't box you in when we play music. We play it all. It's the Late Night Music Marathon.
Now it's my time to tell somebody. Listen. My kid is best is the best, and honestly, I'm happy for where I'm at because I'm good.
7 nights a week from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. on 910 AM Superstation. The most powerful voices in the urban community. WFDF Farmington Hills, Detroit, 910 AM Superstation. And this is Radio Our Way.
The Wayne County Community College District Board of Trustees would like to thank you, the community.
Thank you for helping us give our children a leg up on earning college credit.
For helping to support more than 70,000 students annually.
For participating in our community councils.
For supporting free education opportunities for seniors.
For supporting early childhood development programs.
For supporting our millage and our mission.
WCCCD thanks you for helping us create pathways to better lives through education. Find out more at wcccd.edu.
WADL Detroit, Adele Broadcasting Corporation. It's your one-stop shop for all the programs you love. The classics, the fan favorites, and all the movies you can handle. If you want it, we've got it. You want it all in one place. Look no further than WADL Detroit, Adele Broadcasting Corporation. 910 AM Superstation is your headquarters for the real, the truth, the drama, and the passion. We want you to tune in, call in, and don't forget to follow. That's right, 910 AM Superstation can be found on all social media platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Periscope. We keep it current, we keep it popping, and you never know what you'll see next. So keep it locked on 910 AM Superstation. Tune in, call in, and don't forget to follow.
Hi, I'm Tanisha Thomas.
And I'm Ben Aaron. We're hosting a new series called Crazy Talk.
It's a really funny show filled with the wildest moments from all your favorite reality TV shows.
Tanisha, what exactly makes you an expert on crazy?
Honey, I was on the Bad Girls Club, okay?
Oh yeah, that's like Crazy University.
Mm-hmm.
So you know crazy.
I more than know it. I live it, okay?
Crazy Talk, the most hilarious clips from reality TV.
Weekdays at 5 p.m. on WADL Detroit.
.532 the time right now. I'm Andre Ash, live from the Superstation Weather and Traffic Center. It is partly cloudy and 84 degrees in the city of Detroit right now. Temperatures will fall into the upper 70s tonight with scattered thunderstorms off to the roads. We are watching an accident blocking the right shoulder of I-96 eastbound at I-696. And it is a slow go along I-94 eastbound at Connor, an accident blocking the right lane. This weather and traffic report is brought to you by Weather Vision and the Total Traffic Network. You're listening to Superstation 910 AM. Girl Bye continues right now on the hottest station in the town.
Oh, if you could only see what goes on in here.
Oh, they can if they're logged on.
Well, wait, I just want to say, one, I'm about to throw some shade. How was Andre Ash laughing from the Weather and Traffic Center? And then, two, how did he go from, this is Andre Ash, to, and you listening to Girl Bye? I'm like,
it's called versatility. He got, he wearing a couple of hats in this room.
But no, because he's in the Weather and Traffic Center.
And TT and I over here pop locking and cabbage patting.
Doing a whole concert in the corner.
Phil is sitting next to us doing a mental hokey pokey. But we love you, Phil.
Oh, well, you know I can't dance.
Oh, we're going to fix that.
Yes.
We're going to
Girl Bye gonna fix that.
We're going to fix that if we can. So we're talking about Donald Trump. We have some more callers on the line, so let's just go to the caller because we don't want them to wait. We appreciate all of our callers. How are you?
Hey, I'm wonderful, and how are you?
Oh, we're great.
Hello.
Yeah, I see you guys are just laughing and smiling, having just a great time.
Oh, can you see
That's
us?
the only way to be.
Wow. Hi.
Okay, well, I'm a Donald Trump supporter.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
But you're a Girl Bye supporter, too, so
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You're a Girl Bye supporter, so that's okay. But tell us why are you?
Okay, that I can have an opinion of my own.
Absolutely.
That you guys would not just override me.
Okay.
And if you have a moment to discuss with me.
Okay.
The floor is yours, brother.
I hear a lot of negatives. On Mr. Trump, but I heard no negatives on Miss Clinton.
Oh, you haven't been listening long then, because we have roasted her.
I said I think she should be in a holding cell pending trial.
I called her Crooked Hillary, and Phil definitely went in and said she should be in jail. I don't know how worse it gets than that.
All within the last 15 minutes.
I like her, though.
Well, that's your problem.
Yeah, that's my issue.
But I do like her. I mean, Crooked Hillary aside.
But let's hear your opinion. So share it with us.
Well, I mean, you kind of share it with yours. You know, you like Crooked Hillary. You like crookedness. So, I mean, that speaks for itself. Yes, I am a Trump supporter, and I do have a lot of negatives on Miss Clinton, and the negatives that you have spoken upon on Mr. Trump are things that are kind of subjectual, subliminal, not actual proven facts. He wants a wall. Yes, I want a wall. We need to know who's coming in our borders. Unless you want your front door wide open, you let anybody come into your house. Well, if you feel that way, then you say that. You feel like that. As far as the Muslims, certain Muslims who coming into our country who unvetted, that we don't know who they are. For the most part, these are the people that we have bombed their home territory. So now you're bringing in fighters into our country, and they are going to do here what they are doing over in European nations, which have wide open borders. Just give me everybody. We just don't even care. Just come on in. So I would like to just discourse with you guys. How are you thinking?
Well, how was Donald Trump thinking?
Well, now hang on a second, because I'm agreeing with several things that Robert has said out here. I think that, and make sure that we differentiate. Okay, I'm probably one of the few people in the room who has read the Quran, and I find it to be a beautiful book. So I do not agree with any extremist in any religion anywhere.
Well, hold on. I'm going to correct you, because I read the Quran and the Bible together. So I'm in
then
that.
Then right. You know what? I apologize. Yeah. It is my mistake.
Oh, really? Okay. As he swole his chest up.
We're trying to get some facts.
Okay, but I'm trying to give you some also. So my concern is this: are we talking about? When we talk about Muslims, are we talking, or Muslims or Muslims or Muslims, are we talking about that as a race of people, or are we talking about as a religion? Because no one has the right to dictate to you what type of religion you practice in your home, be it Buddhism, being Catholic, be it apostolic, Pentecostal.
I agree. I
okay,
agree.
So I need to be clear. Just a minute. Let me finish. Let me finish. I'll let you talk, please. I'm just trying to get clear. When you made the blanket statement about Muslims, are you talking about religion, or are you talking about a race of people? Meaning you might be talking about people from Afghanistan, Pakistan, and so forth.
We are talking about the people that Mr. Trump was referring to, and these are people who are coming in from territory that we have bombed, so-called refugees. We're importing fighters into this country, and these people have not been vetted. We don't know who they are. That's my only point. I don't care if they're Muslim, Christian, or whatever, but we don't know who they are. So he said, let's stop this process until we can find out who we bring it into our country. Now, if I can't understand any kind of discourse or misunderstanding or misagreement with that statement.
Well, you know what, and I am inclined to agree with you on this point in particular, that we need to be, and everybody else chime in, don't let it just be me, but I'm going to say how I feel. I believe with you, and I agree with you on this point, that we definitely need to tighten up on who we let come in here, why they're here. We need to have a trail or some kind of information about where they're getting their money from, what is it they're going to do when they get here, what kind of skills do they have, what kind of trade do they have, why is it they want to leave their country to come here. I absolutely, totally agree with that. On that, You have me.
Well, Dodie, I agree as well. If the policy by Donald Trump was more articulated, but when you say you're just going to ban all Muslims, when we're a country that is supposed to be a freedom of religion, then he has a problem. Now, the other issue with Donald Trump is him saying that, this whole build a wall with Mexico, but if the policy was more articulated that we need to strengthen our borders instead of having just open borders and anyone and everyone just coming through, well, yeah, that is a problem. And if our security has to be strengthened with the Mexican borderline, well, then how can you really argue with that?
Yeah, I would have to agree with Andre because really it's a fallacy to act as though the border is not tight. Like, you cannot just go to Canada.
No,
you can't just come back home.
You cannot.
I mean,
you're not
so
gonna stay
talk
there.
like you're educated.
Right.
I mean, and you can hardly even get into. I went to Canada one time, and they were like, "Why are you coming?" And I was like, "Well, because I decided to come, and I have a passport, and I wanted to come, even though it's 1:00 in the morning. I want to wake up in Toronto." And they were all like, "Well, it's a privilege to come to Canada," and that's cool. So let's not, as Andre said, let's be a little more articulate. If you said something that made sense and sounded educated,
you cannot go to Mexico.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
To Mexico like that. I said you cannot go to Mexico like that.
I went to Mexico. They barely asked me anything. I couldn't get back.
So I'm just saying, I just have to agree that we got to tighten up our borders. Other than that, it's like, you want anybody to come into your front door, into your house, and get food and clothing and shelter?
And then the other thing about that, you can't really compare the European Union to the United States. First of all, there's two oceans in between us and the Asian countries and in Europe. So you can't really compare us. I mean, we have Canada to the north, and then we have Mexico and South America. I don't think anybody is swimming across from South America to Mexico. Let me finish, sir. Let me finish. This is not your show. Let me finish. You'll have a turn in a second. But yeah, nobody's coming here from South America to Mexico and then coming across the border. Granted, you may have people who dig tunnels to do drug trafficking, but let's not act like this is the European Union and everybody that's a part can just enter in from Turkey into France today. That's not really how America works. I mean, and if you go overseas, it's kind of hard to come back from London to the United States.
That's right.
So let's just not act like we're out here reckless and anybody and everybody can come over.
But you know what, Robert? I want to thank you for calling. We got like 5 calls, and you just opened up a real issue for us. So we're going to thank you for that.
I just wanted to say that once I win this election and I'm prosecutor of Lapeer County, I'm going to offer you a job.
Oh, Lord.
Well, thank you.
But we do want to thank Robert because he's definitely opened up a situation where we can have some additional dialogue. Let's get to the next caller. Who do we have? Marcia.
Good afternoon. I'm listening here. Yes, Canada. I go over there to gamble. They always ask, "Why are you here?" But if we're going to bomb country, then we do have to vet the people that's coming. Okay, they have to be vetted. Okay, one of the most egregious comments by Donald Trump is that if his daughter wasn't his daughter, he would marry her. That's a card that Hillary is holding.
Oh, yeah.
And if Republicans want to stop the violence in America, Democrats and Republicans will have to stop taking money from the National Rifle Association. And, of course, we must know there are sleeper cells in this country.
Make it plain. Make it plain.
Here.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they're not Muslim.
No, they're not.
I mean, they're not.
And thank you so much for your call. Before we get to the next call, let me say this. Donald Trump and this wall mess. They should have built the wall before they built Ellis Island.
Well, how about
and
this?
then we would have had nothing. No, hear me out.
Okay.
They should have built the wall then. What if they would have built a wall then? Then he wouldn't be here. You see what I'm saying? Because you're not one of the indigenous people, Mr. Trump.
Yeah, I was not going to go there. That's what I was going to tell Robert.
Right.
Like, first of all, I'm not from here, and it doesn't sound like you are, sir.
Right.
And nobody in this room is.
No, you are.
I was born here.
Whatever, TT.
We are not the indigenous people. Meaning we are not the original folks.
Oh, no,
well,
absolutely.
Actually, even the First Nations peoples weren't the first people here. That would be the Clovis people, and they died out during the Ice Age because they were the Proto-French.
Oh, give us a history lesson.
Now, that would be the people who walked across that bridge before there was no bridge,
No,
right?
that was Bering Strait. Those were the people who came from Siberia and Russia. They were the Eurasian peoples. Those people were secondary. They became the First Nations peoples.
So there was a group before those.
That's right. The Clovis peoples came from France in the boats hunting seals during the freezing of the Atlantic. They were here 40,000 years ago, and during the Ice Age, they did not make it.
Wow. Oh, wow. But you know what else is going to make it? What's going to make it is a break. We got a good one right now. So it's 9:10 a.m. Superstation. We are Detroit's most powerful voice in the urban community. You're listening to Girl Bye and the Guy. We've been blowing up our phones at 313-209-9000, and we appreciate you for that, and we will be right back.
The Wayne County Community College District Board of Trustees would like to thank you, the community.
Thank you for helping us give our children a leg up on earning college credit.
For helping to support more than 70,000 students annually.
For participating in our community councils.
For supporting free education opportunities for seniors.
For supporting early childhood development programs.
For supporting our millage and our mission.
WCCCD thanks you for helping us create pathways to better lives through education. Find out more at wcccd.edu.
From the crazy, twisted, brilliant mind of Seth MacFarlane.
Who?
Creator of Family Guy and American Dad.
What else is on?
Comes the Cleveland Show 5 times a week.
To Cleveland!
And it's just what you'd expect.
Yes! This show delivers.
The Cleveland Show. Viewer discretion advised.
Weeknights at 12:30 a.m. on WADL Detroit. If you don't want to listen to the same songs all night long, stay tuned for the Late Night Music Marathon. From 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. on 910 a.m. Superstation, the most powerful voices in the urban community.
Put your hands up now!
Do you have anything illegal on you?
Hands up! Get on the ground!
Recharged.
He's running. He's running.
Sheriff's Department, stop! What is that?
Re-energized.
Stop resisting! Crawl towards me.
Tase him. Get ready.
Reloaded.
You looking for some fun?
Got him.
Hey, there's no point crying now.
All new Cops Reloaded. Viewer discretion advised at 3 p.m. on WADL Detroit. 910 a.m. Superstation has arrived, and we're here to stay. Every weeknight at 9 p.m. is a different flavor of excitement, and you can only get it here on 910 a.m. Superstation.
This is Jonathan Kinlock. Listen to my first show of the week, Mondays from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m.
This is attorney Michael Schwartz every Tuesday night starting at 9 p.m.
Hello, Detroit. This is attorney Crystal Crittenden. And please tune in every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. on my new show, The Truth Matters.
This is Charlene Mitchell, your host of Mind Your Business, every Thursday night, 9 to 11 p.m.
I'm Reverend Maya Lisa Reynolds, inviting you to listen to Mama Maya Speaks, Friday evenings from 9 until 11 p.m.
I want you to tune in to Round Midnight with Mike Bonner. That's me, y'all, every night from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m.
You're listening to the most powerful voices in the urban community. We are 910 a.m. Superstation.
And we're back. You're listening to Girl Bye, and we've got the legal guy, and then we've got Junior Barrister Day over here, and we're getting a ton of calls, and, you know, some folks trying to act like we on their show, and they're not on ours, but that's okay. We just want you to call. We're having a great time today. You know, the conversation kind of went in a different direction for us, and that's okay. We're here for you guys. We're here to talk about the things that are most pressing and relevant to you, the listener. And so we're going to put aside our massage parlor diaries.
It would have been interesting.
Until next week. We can't kill that in 10 minutes. We just can't do that.
No.
We're going to come up with that next week. But we do have a caller on the line, and we want to get to them right away. Who's that? What do we have? Keith.
Oh, God.
Hi, Keith.
Hi, Keith.
Okay, yeah. Well, this isn't going to be very nice. The first Samuel Jackson, the Django sounding dude, talking about our walls. We got to get our walls. And I'm sorry, bro.
Did you call him the Django?
Uh-oh. You know he's listening.
And my brother in the studio, oh, bro, I'm sorry, man, but here we go. And you talking about the transcontinental connected continents were transferred by the Eurasian. Man, look, I don't care where.
You're talking about me.
Excuse me. You said the brother. This gentleman is of Caucasian descent, right?
The conjoined continents and how the people got to where they listen. Ethiopia. I'm the original brother. If I touch any one of their women, I correct the genetic deviation. They all come back like me.
Just with a touch?
So, well, it's going to be a little bit more than a touch.
Oh, keep it clean. Thank you. Thank you. Keeping it clean.
I need clarity, sir. Okay. I was getting ready to run find you right away. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, but that's the fact of the matter. It started in Africa. I was just astounded. Not too long ago, the religious channels were running these commercials, these ads, where they were trying to make money, basically. Mm-hmm. Look what we found. We found the lost black Jews of Ethiopia. That's where they came from. That's where the original Jew came from. Those people that are in Israel now, beating the Palestinians out of their land, those people, their land is back up there where Hitler chased them out of. That's where their land was. The message of Judaism was taken to them, and they picked up on it. They come back, and they're talking about the lost black Jews. Help bring them to Israel. No, you need to go back to Ethiopia.
Oh,
That's the story.
Well, you know what? I want to thank you so much for your phone call. It has been, we learn lessons from each and every.
You can learn something every day.
Every listener that calls, and we thank you so much for that. We got a lot of calls, and a lot of them we couldn't get to. They were dropping off because, we try to let, some people cut folks off right in the middle of the sentence.
Yeah.
And we kind of let you. We kind of let
voice
you
your opinion.
Voice your opinion.
It's radio our way.
Express what it is that you're trying to express. So that's important to us, that our listeners are calling and they're able to call in and dialogue with us. And, hey, we're not going to all agree. We got 6 people in here. We don't all agree. Is it 6 or 5? Yeah, we got 6. And I had to look over there in the corner.
I know, Andre just sitting down. So, he's tall.
And so, but Phil, you've moved up in the world because he called you a brother.
Oh, I like that. You know what? And isn't that the point that we've been making here with all of the violence that's been going on is if we can sit down, we can share a meal, we can visit with each other, we can talk about our differences, we can talk about things we have in common. Mm-hmm. And again, to turn this back on me because I'm vain and arrogant and all that fun stuff, if I am elected prosecuting attorney for Lapeer County, it's my intention to try to bring the community together with all of the people in our county of Lapeer and to represent justice equally to everyone there.
Right.
So.
And you're a fair guy. I mean, we enjoy you. You're informative.
Yeah.
You're fair.
Our human Google.
Yeah, right. Human Google, and we know that I think that a person when you're being when you are a prosecutor or a judge, you are overseeing the legal process or at best ensuring that justice or attempting to ensure that justice will be served in its purest form. Mm-hmm. And I think that to do that, you must have somebody that sees the world not through rose-colored glasses or not through blinders, but that has a good peripheral of what everything is, and to look at it equally unbiased. You yourself have to live a life that is worthy of vetting and not being embarrassed.
That's right.
I just think that is so important. You yourself have to live a life of integrity. You not only do you have to be fair and unbiased, but you have to have integrity.
You can't be a conflicted leader.
You cannot be conflicted.
No.
You cannot.
Well, we got one on the way.
Hillary?
I
Are you talking
rebuke
about
that.
Hillary?
It's Sunday.
Are you talking about Hillary?
I mean, they both have their problems, you know, and
Yes, they do.
I
I'm not
probably
putting
would
any
prefer
names
somebody
out there.
else, but
I'm
I
not
mean,
going to shade anyone.
I rebuke that.
But you know, I would say,
Sunday.
given what's happened lately in the news cycle, these police-involved shootings, terrorist attacks around the world, I mean, this is a pivotal and important big stage for Donald Trump tomorrow at the Republican convention, and it is his time to put on his big man pants and boxers, whatever you want to call it, and show his constituents and the American people the seriousness that this presidency or this presidential campaign deserves.
Yes, as his wife has said for months, like when they had their debate here, could you be presidential? If he's not presidential this week, boo, stop.
You're going to be amazed at what happens tomorrow. I think you're going to see.
He's going to get a haircut?
Well, you know, I could probably use one myself, so I can't talk about that.
No, but you don't have
somebody
no
said on
comb-over.
Facebook that they're hoping that somewhere during this week, they're holding out hope that he'll be like, you know, I really think that politics is stupid, and I just did this to prove how stupid politics is because I shouldn't be standing right here. So I'm kind of,
You know, if he did that,
I think we're past that point.
I would be like totally.
But he's
floored.
elected a vice presidential candidate.
But you got him. But he would have to play.
Nobody.
He's in it for the long haul. I
I
think
know.
he is.
I know.
At this
Let's
point,
just hope America. It is now in your hands. America.
Here's our choices.
been in
Here's
their
our
hands, and
choices.
look where we are.
We have a woman who, by all other standards, would have been called treasonous.
And I'm disappointed. I am disappointed with. I'm sorry. I'm black. I'm a woman. I get it. They joke and say that Bill was the first black president, even after he did the girl with the Gap dress and all that.
He did what?
And all of that.
You said he did what?
The girl with the
Monica
Gap dress.
Lewinsky all on your guy?
Don't make her famous on this show.
Right. But my point is, she has disappointed. Not just me, but probably a lot of people. And now I feel we are stuck between a rock and a hard place in terms of a leader of the free world.
And it's crazy because her husband was he was a great leader, despite his human error. I expected a whole lot more. I really was excited when I found out that, I mean, she ran before against Obama. And so back in that time, we were all excited because it's like, we're going to break history either way it goes.
Right.
We're going to have our first woman president, or we're going to have what we know as to be our first African-American president, although people called in last time and told us that there were several other ones.
But but that's in the book too.
But don't you think the air? Don't you think the air is sucked out of the whole notion of her, the narrative of her being the first woman president? I mean, we're not talking about that right now.
No,
that's
we're
right.
not.
That's right.
And I think if she did win, they wouldn't be excited like, oh, the first woman, because it's so much.
Probably criminal candidate.
Right.
That would be a first.
I mean, and it's crazy to think, you know, you have to either, as people say, either we take the liar or we take the racist.
The devil or
the blatant
assistant.
racist.
The devil or assistant. But I'm gonna tell you what else.
Shade alert.
I'm gonna tell you what we got to take right now. We got to take ourselves up out of here. We got to get ready for the next show. It has been a great as always. We thank our listeners so much. Thank you, Mr. Kevin Adele, for the platform that we enjoy so much, and we've expanded on our crew so we can do the do here. Up next is Captain Loop-de-Loo and the crew, baby.
Can I just say thank you to everybody that came out last Friday night to my fundraiser? I just really want to say thank you to Mary Christie and to Jessica Filiatro for making that possible. And I would like to thank everyone that came out for your support. I will tell you honestly that I am truly humbled. Thank you for your support.
And as we go into the last minute of our show, we want you to always remember that we are Detroit's most powerful voice in the urban community. We are everywhere. They're out there. We're out there doing things in the community. And if there's an event that you think that we might be interested in coming, please feel free to give us a call at the station and let us take a look at it. Send us your press releases. We'll post those. At best, we'll mention them if we do nothing else, because we are about this wonderful community in Detroit. And until next weekend, this is Girl Bye on 910 AM Superstation, Detroit's most powerful voice in the urban community. Nat Morris is up with Soul School.
The most powerful voices in the African American community are all right here on the new 910 AM radio superstation. WFDF Farmington Hills, Detroit, 910